first of all, let me just say that a little backstory. Back in the 70s, late 70s, when people got into body work, it wasn't because they were at a Votech school and said, do I want to be an auto mechanic? Or would I rather, massage therapy, that's, I can make more money being a massage. We got into it because somebody put their hands on us and changed our lives. And in my case, it was a Rolfer down. I was working at the Health Institute of San Diego and heard about a guy, Delmar, that a Rolfer, and I'd had a chronic shoulder blade problem from sitting in recording studios in LA, beating on the snare drum with my left arm for years. Nobody in LA was able to help me, and this guy helped me. And so that changed my life. And he talked me into enrolling in massage college out there in San Diego, and in hopes of being accepted to the Rolf Institute. So the Rolf training, as Gil and I were talking about earlier, is such a great foundational work for any person that puts their hands on a body. But I fractured my neck in 1989 in a clumsy judo fall, and that changed my life in many, many ways, because I didn't know if I was going to make it through there with my left arm. I couldn't pick up a pencil off the table for 6 months. My left arm was unusable. And so, I started getting interested in bones, muscles, bones and joints and nerves. And so I was able to get accepted to study with legendary Dr. Philip Greenman at Michigan State College of Osteopathic Medicine. So I went for 9 years postgraduate workshops there. There are 20, I think there are like 20 workshops that they offer there. And I took all of them so many times. At one time I'm sitting in class and you have to stand up and introduce yourself in class and say why you're there and what you're interested in. I stood up and Greenman said, Erik, are you taking this class again? You should be teaching this class now. And this is your like 5th time to take it. It all was just going over my head, but that's what you love. For me, a lot of people in my class, I say, let that shit go over your head. That to me, that's just inspiration. That's just stuff I want to learn later. Right. And so, that when I started combining that, first of all, I figured I'm never going to learn this stuff if I don't start teaching it. So in 94, I taught my first workshop here in Oklahoma City in a big 1,300 square foot pink garage. And we had 10 people show up, and I was absolutely thrilled, me and Kim Miller. And so from then on, it was just, my practice was booming. And I decided in 1998 to put it all together into what turned out to be a pretty successful home study course. I named it Myoskeletal Alignment Techniques, and licensed it through the Oklahoma Board of Private Vocational Schools in the name of Freedom from Pain Institute. So it's just a combination of all that stuff. First it was mainly just the tissue work that Gil's talking about, the muscles and how they relate to joints and nerves and things like that. And then, you keep going down the path, and I was able to start integrating my biopsychosocial stuff, started going to a lot of the conferences at the San Diego Pain Summit, which were really, really enlightening. And I got completely hooked on the neuroscience end of it. And so I started putting all that together. And basically, Matt is, as you know, Erik, it's just, I'm a perpetual learner, and it's constantly evolving. So as research changes, you've got 2 choices as an educator. You either stick with what you've got and hope that it comes around again, or you change with the times. And it's hard to change, man. It's hard to give up your dogma. And, but I try to do that. I try to give it up. And through all of my work, it's more of an evolution. When people look at it, they see what I believed back then in 1998 and how things have changed. So, bottom line, people, the massage therapists and body workers and everything have been drawn to this. And I've got some great teachers out there right now that are helping people in pain, because that's what we focus on. We focus on the many different ways to try to help people with their pain and injury complaints and their stress problems.